What is up, metalheads? What is up? It is your coach, Heavy Metal Pokemon, and welcome to the Ice Dome, home of the Colorado Mammoth Swine. Today we're going to be bringing you our team builder for Week 1 of the IBL Season 5 versus Brennan and his Marlboro Mudsdales. The commissioner himself, we're hoping to hand him his ass on a platter. And I just said the bad word. So prepare for beeps. Alright, let's get right into the team. So I should have brought Brendan's team up again. But he's got some really big threats. He's got Z Garchomp, he's got Mega Diancie, he's got Milotic, Roserade. So give me just one more second here while I pull up his team. Alright, there he is. Okay, so he's got Garchomp, Z-Move User, Mega Diancie, Milotic, Scizor, Hitmonchan, Roserade, Mismagius, Zoroark, Rotomfan, and Monferno as his last Z user. Alright, so his team surprisingly has a really good matchup versus me because Milotic really can wall a lot of my team because Milotic's just a beast. So Milotic and Roserade really kind of tag team against my team really well. Just kind of like how Milotic and Mega Venusaur really helped Goldoa in the GBA. So it's kind of a similar situation here with Milotic and Roserade. You know, Roserade's not as bulky as Mega Venusaur, but on my team I really didn't have much of a way to deal with both at the same time, and that posed a huge problem. Because whatever Mon could deal with one, the other one could come in and, you know, be a pain. So here we go. First Mon up on the team, we have Tapu Koko. So we have Tapu Koko, nicknamed Kokohana, obviously, as you remember from the draft analysis. So we have 60 attack EVs, 220 special attack EVs, and 228 speed EVs. So this allows me to outspeed his whole team, barring Scarf. So I outspeed Mega Diancie, which is as fast as at 110. And then allows me to put the rest in to the attack. So I got a mild nature plus attack minus defense. I am rocking the expert belt with Dazzling Gleam, U-Turn, Thunderbolt, and Brave Bird. So the expert belt plus my attack investment at a neutral nature allows me to KO non-Koba Roserade. So you know, that's some nice tech right there. I really like that. So now I'm able to deal with both, because normally Roserade would just come in and kind of stop me because it resists both my Thunderbolt and my Dazzling Gleam. So I'm not getting any kind of real damage against it, and I don't want to take a Spec Sludge Bomb. So, and Roserade is thick on the special side. So as you can see on the set notes, like I said, enough attack to KO non-Koba Roserade with Brave Bird. I didn't calc how much HP that was, but I'm pretty sure it just destroys it. He'd have to be like max HP, max defense. No berry to not die, I believe. So, and then we can do 80% to a Spadef Milotic with a Thunderbolt in the terrain. So that's really good. It's really good to note that it does, and that's minimum, I believe. So that's good to note for Mirror Coat, because that could be a move that he could use, and it can obliterate a member on my team, because I don't have a Dark type this week, or a Dark type that really wants to come in on my Milotic. So so that's, you know, that poses a problem. You know, something just dies right there, and then you know, he can easily recover it up later or something like that. So knowing that we need to get it below the 80% mark to guarantee the KO is nice. Now I tried my best to channel my inner Brendan when I was building some teams just kind of calc against. So I was, you know, channeling like, okay, he's gonna want this to have enough Spadef to be 3-shot by a Thunderbolt, or, you know, a bunch of different options that he could do. So I hope I made the best guess of kind of what sets he's going to run, so I kind of know where I want to be at his HP wise in order to get the KO that I need. 92% max against a 44 HP Garchomp. 44's HP is to outspeed, I believe, my 95s, which is, I believe, is just Arcanine. My speed tiers are really weird because I don't have like 100. I don't have a 100 tier mon. I just have like 115s. I go like 110, 115, 130. So that's kind of really janky. I may look into a few switches going into it, but right now the team is pretty solid as is. But that is Tapu Koko. Like I said, it allows me to take on both of those mons, and then everything else in my team can kind of handle everything else. So on to the next mon. We have Zygarde. Zygarde 10 Airbud, 28 HP, 252 attack, 4 defense, 4 SPDEF, and then 220 speed. So the 28 gives me an odd number of HP. That gives you more rocked turns, which is nice. So if instead of dying on a rock turn, you could live on an HP or two. So that's kind of where that odd HP comes in, which is really nice. So we are Jolly Nature. Again, we outspeed his whole team. He doesn't have anything faster than 110. Besides Scarf, Garchomp, but we have a definite answer for that. So 1,000 arrows, Outrage, Earthquake, and Extreme Speed. Double ground, because once the Milotic is gone and the Rotom Fan is gone, I can kind of tear through the team with just my ground spam, which is really nice, because I'm also rocking a choice band. Like I said, so 1,000 arrows pretty much 2 shots everything that's not named Milotic. Roserade takes 2, doesn't take 2. Garchomp, I believe, will not take 2. Again, that's because I'm choice banned. So it's really nice. I'm pretty much just 2-shot everything. So if everything's under half, I just spam 1,000 arrows and everything dies. So that's really nice. So and then Extreme Speed for priority, in case he has like a Scarf user, I can come in and Extreme Speed and pick that off. So that's really nice. Alright, on to our next mon, our kind of more defensive guy this week, Arcanine. No scope. Rocking a crazy spread, 252 HP, 68 defense, 4 special attacks, 164 SPDEF, and 20 speed. Calm Nature. So this allows me to take a lot of hits from a lot of things. This allows me to, I can take up to 3 Earthquakes from Garchomp at -1. And I can take up to 2 Diamond Storms. Now that's just all if we get low rolls. If it's Diamond Storm, I'm still taking 2 if Diancie's at -1. It's a roll, I believe, at neutral. And I can definitely take some Power Gems, so that is no big deal. So we have Toxic, Protect, Flamethrower, and Morning Sun. So Toxic is so that way we instead of the Milotic getting the Flame Orb, we can get the Toxic on it, and then we can kind of whittle it down that way. And then Flamethrower is just damage. It's really here just to check Roserade, Scizor, and Hitmonchan, because I can intimidate all of them, and then I can Flamethrower. And kind of whittle them down. Roserade should go down after a Flamethrower or 2, and then I have Morning Sun, so that way I can get rejuvenated. So that's what No Scope is here for, and hopefully we can get rid of that Roserade, like I said early, and then Tapu Koko can just run train through his team. Alright, on to our next mon here. We have Jellicent, Sohan. This is a really cool set. I really like this set. I was really proud of myself building this set. So 156 HP, 252 special attack, 100 speed, timid nature, substitute, scald, hex, and recover. So I built this set so that way I could wall my Milotic, because I really didn't have much of an answer for it once it got burned. If he was not a burn variant, I wasn't in too bad of a place, because then I know like my Zygarde and my Aggron would have a little bit of better time versus it. So, you know, I wouldn't have to worry about that as much. So, Sohan's here supposed to, specifically for the Milotic. Come in, outspeed, no speed Milotic by 1 point. And then I can substitute against it, and then I kind of just sit there, and then I can like recover behind the sub, and then I can fire out Freeze Scald Burns. And then if he's already burned, I have Hex to do a lot of damage. Now, the spreads that I was calcing on, I'm looking at like 30% min, and that's perfectly fine. That's definitely damage, and he should eventually see that that we're gonna go nowhere in this war, because I have a lot more moves, and I can sit behind a sub versus him a lot more, and he won't be able to really touch me unless he's packing like Hidden Power Grass or Electric, which doesn't really seem too fitting against my team, but you never know what he could bring. So Brendan is very, very particular in his sets and his EV spreads, so that is definitely something we have to watch out for. So like I said, it's only really here to wall my Milotic, because I don't really have much of an answer for it other than Tapu Koko. But if I can get, you know, that 30% damage off on him, and then I can come in with Tapu Koko, it puts it, you know, at 70%, and I can just spam Thunderbolt. It just goes down. So really nice. Alright, on to the next mon. We have Claydol. Great again. 252 HP, 172 defense, 4 special attack, 228 Spadef, and 52 speed. Again, this lets me outspeed my Milotic. So that way, if I am able to, I can get like an Earth Power off and get some damage and hopefully weaken it, or get a nice KO versus it. I am a bold nature, so that way I can take on the Garchomp. This pretty much is the Garchomp counter, because he can't run Scarf versus me. He can try and outrage me, and he'll be stuck in, and I can just finish it off with an Ice Beam. So Rapid Spin, Stealth Rock, Ice Beam, Earth Power, pretty normal set. And then, you know, we can hopefully spin away hazards if they like Roserade puts up the toxic spikes. So there we go. All right, on to the last mon here. We have Aggron, Blue Eyes. 252 HP, 52 attack, and 204 Spadef. This thing is just a tank. The attack allows Heavy Slam to KO Roserade. And then, like I said, Heavy Slam two shots the majority of everything. Fire Punch KOs Scizor. Ice Punch takes out Garchomp and the Rotom Fan. And then I have Roar in case he wants to like set up with like Diancie or something. I can actually, that won't work against it. Roar for Scizor. There we go. That's what it's for. I can't Diancie. I just sit on with a Heavy Slam. So you know, plus the Def Nature. So I can definitely take some Earth Powers with no problem with the filter ability. So that is the team. Let me know down in the comments down below what you think of the team, and be sure to stop by tomorrow around the same time, and we will have the battle. Some other quick stuff. So going through mocks with this team, I had a really hard time, like I said, with my Milotic and Roserade. They pose the biggest problems for this team. So hopefully, the mocks, I kind of learned. With the mocks, like I understand, like they're not going to exactly bring the sets that were brought, but I like the mocks to see, one, it's like a test drive for your team. Like, okay, what does the team do? How does it do it, you know? So you kind of get that. But another thing is you kind of see what gets in your way and then how to, like, beat it. So hopefully I can take the knowledge and I can get us a win for week 1. I know we took a loss in the preseason, but like I said, that was mainly for 2 things: to kind of test out the the press conference thing, which I believe I'm going to not do until I get my capture card. The point being is when I'm doing the post-com, I'm able to kind of answer the questions that would come up in the post-com because I've already seen the battle and battled through it, as opposed to in the moment when I'm battling, and then afterwards I can kind of discuss my more thought process thoroughly instead of like, okay, I did this movie. So anyways, enough with that. So hopefully we can get a nice big week 1 win, and the Colorado Mammoth Swine can take their final winning season into the horizon, and hopefully we can start out with a bang. As always, bros, keep gaming.
Memory I can't lose, I hold on to you.